Second most catches in NFL history, Tony Gonzalez. Okay, I want to hear stories about this.
Hey, Joy. How are you?
Now, Kansas City's the middle of the country, so people are very nice. Kansas City's got nothing but nice people. There are certain places in America, Indianapolis, people are nice. Green Bay, people are nice.
Really nice.
Who are the worst fans you ever dealt with? The most verbally abusive?
Without a doubt, it's the Oakland Raider Nation fans.
By far.
Just, appalling. First got in the league, I remember I'm down there. We're playing in Oakland in the black hole, that little area where they actually, I bet they couldn't get away with it now. But I remember Chester McLaughlin was on our team, and they put his number on a jersey and a noose, and they're hanging it on like a dummy over the side. And then they did it to me. They had 88 one year. Not very nice. But then, so I was sitting there, and we're pinned deep in the territory. And all of a sudden, I feel like, I got my helmet on, and I hear this ding. My ears start ringing. And I look up, and I look down. First of all, I see quarters and batteries. They're throwing batteries and quarters and empty beer cans onto the field at us in that little thing. So I'm used to what happened last night.
How do players, were there fans that were ever nice?
Yeah, of course.
Green Bay,
hey, good luck to you.
I love
it. Hey, how you doing there? Is that the Wisconsin accent?
Yeah, how you doing there?
Good luck to you
Fargo.
today.
Good luck to you there.
Yeah.
Hey. So Green Bay is almost collegiate. Collegiate fans, by the way, I've been on the road to Iowa, Wisconsin, Big Ten cities. Fans are great.
Yeah.
Now, Ohio State's obnoxious, but I've been everywhere else outside of Ohio State. Fans are great. Yeah. Buckeye fans are they're obnoxious.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they just are. Nebraska's got the nicest people in the world.
Nice.
Now, as a player, Joey and I went back and forth on this. I think players are now used to it. Yeah. Like first couple of rows on the road, it's like you just get through the tunnel and get to the locker room.
Absolutely. What did you expect? I mean, these first of all, we were just talking about it off stage. You ever been to a UFC match?
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, the testosterone in there. I go to the bathroom at one of those events one time, and there's fights. There's people fighting because they're ready to go. I'm here to, and that's how it is at the football game. And these fans are, they start tossing a couple of those soda pops back.
Yeah, they
get into it, and then you go to the front row. I would never even go near that right there. I think Tyreek Hill probably learned his lesson. Don't go over there.
Yeah,
because you might get beer poured on you. Yeah.
Okay, so the Raiders go to London. It's not easy to play in London. And it's, I said before the season, I don't think you can be out of football for 10 years and come back in this league. 10 years ago, if you'd have walked into a locker room as a coach and said, no politics, it's understood. You say that now, you offend half the locker room. The world's changed. But you don't think it's man overboard in Oakland yet?
I don't think so. I think, it's, like I told you a couple weeks ago on the show, I mean, the batter, they're just making the batter, let alone putting it in the oven yet, and then you're putting the ice in and all that stuff on it. I think Jon Gruden, I really believe he's on this 10-year contract, so that affords him time, and he's going to do it his way. And with that, he's getting rid of players. Obviously, Khalil Mack is obviously the big story. He's getting first-round picks for that. I would not be surprised if David Carr is not there next year. Maybe trade him and get more picks.
Jay Glazer reported that Amari Cooper's on the block.
Amari Cooper could be on the block. I think he's really building towards the future, and he's going to hit Vegas running, and he's going to do it his way. Now, we'll see if that plays out. But I really do believe that he's got a plan in place right now. I don't think it's just saying, hey, you can't coach anymore.
Don't you think it's kind of a risk? I mean, I watched Derek Carr. I think he's pretty talented.
Yeah.
Don't you?
I do, but if you look at his career numbers, besides that 1 year, and I'm not big on just 1 year in a player's career. If you're truly an elite guy, he's struggled. It's not like he's put up these huge numbers over his career. And so maybe this is just who he is. I don't know. Without the players
he's not a huge. He doesn't have a huge arm. He's not a huge, great athlete. He's talented. There's no getting past that. And he works his tail off, and he's super competitive. I like Derek Carr. I just don't. I guess my takeaway on Derek Carr is, do you think he's as good as Dak? I think he's better than Dak.
I think he's better than Dak.
Okay,
Dak has fallen on my thing too. He's fallen down the ranks.
So what do you make of Dak right now?
Dak right now is just can he throw over 200 yards? I think in this league, the benchmark for a good quarterback
is almost 275.
You should have at least 250 is what I would say.
That's the minimum.
Yes. With the rules and everything set up for the success of these quarterbacks, we don't have to go down that path. And so quarterbacks that can't consistently do that, and Dak really can't do that. I think he's had one game over 200 yards this year. I don't know if I might be wrong with that, but don't get me wrong. He's a good player. I think he's going to have a 14, 15-year career. I just, as a franchise quarterback, I have not seen that out of him. And I want to because I like the guy. I got to know him a little bit. I mean, he's a great guy. I hope it works out for him.
I want you to take our audience into the 2-minute drill for the Patriots. Now, before we show tape, Tony, so obviously you practice 2-minute drills all week. These days, almost no pads. There's a lot of situational football at practice. You guys probably, early in your career, it was more beat down.
Yeah.
But when you went to Atlanta for the second half of your career, that's a high-functioning, smart offense. The Patriots look so composed last night in the 2-minute drill. Matt Ryan's a very good quarterback. So when you go into that 2-minute drill, tell my audience, do you kind of have 8 plays you always run? How much is ad-libbed? How much is off script? And how much is practice? Because New England looked like they'd practiced every one of those plays for that moment.
Yes, most of it. First of all, there's only about 10 plays. I remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He'll just call this, or he'll call out code names or whatever. Cincinnati,
for about 10
Boston,
for 2-minute drill plays.
For 2-minute drill plays, and so there's a limited, maybe a little bit more. And you practice that all week. I mean, we opened it up in Atlanta. The first drill that we went to was 2-minute against 2-minute defense.
And you've got 10 set plays.
10 set plays. And so you know this. You've been practicing this all summer. You've been practicing in the offseason. You go, because 2-minute drills, that's how you win football games. This is what it comes down to. And you got a Jedi master in Tom Brady, who's done this, 19, whatever it is for him. He's going to be comfortable and poised. That means fearless. And that whole team feeds off of him. And he's just so relaxed.
Were there quarterbacks in your career that when you did get to 2 minutes, I said this to Trent Dilfer, some guys are anxious as humans. Some guys are calm.
Yeah.
Who was your best 2-minute quarterback and why?
Probably, I would say Matty Ice. That's where he gets that nickname from. I think he's just cool. He was cool under the pressure. For the most, he's had a lot of comeback wins. So
yes.
As far as that I played with, yeah, absolutely, Matt. Because when he got into the huddle, I remember we were in a preseason practice, I think against Jacksonville. When I had first got there, it was my first year. We're doing a night practice, and we had a 2-minute drill. And he comes in the huddle. And we got a couple first downs, then we killed the clock. And so we're in the huddle, and he calls the play, and he goes, hey. And he looked me right in the eyes, and he goes, and we're going to frickin' score, except to use the other word. And we're going to frickin' score right here. Be ready for it right down the middle. And I love that. I love that confidence in the huddle. And then sure enough, I went down the middle, boom, over the top, touchdown. We win the practice scrimmage, 2-minute offense. So,
yeah. Some guys are simply better at it.
Some guys, yeah, absolutely. If quarterback is an emotional position, people underestimate that. You need to connect your brain with your heart, and the guys that can do that the best are the best in the business. Maybe that goes for anything. Maybe that goes for you.
Yeah,
your brain and your heart are so connected.
I have a
Colin.
huge heart.
Yep.
And Joy and I have a massive brain together.
Yep.
And so between the two, it's impossible not to watch this show. When you played in Kansas City and you watched Mahomes, he's kind of an ad-libber. He kind of moves around a lot.
Yeah.
What do you make of him? He's got a little bit of Aaron Rodgers, where he's not a huge guy, but he's got a strangely good arm for his size.
Yeah.
You understand if Ben or Cam have a huge arm. Aaron Rodgers, you wouldn't think if you picked everybody out of a lineup, that guy, that 6'2" guy that weighs 218 has the best arm. What do you see when you look at Mahomes?
I see a guy that does a lot of ad-libbing. I feel like we are watching him grow up now because he had that obviously that huge success. All eyes are on him. When he has the ball in his hands, you can't tell me. Honestly, out of anybody in the NFL, I get the feeling when I watch Drew Brees too, I just feel like something special is going to happen. It's waiting to uncork.
They're big play guys.
The big play guys. Like it's something, especially maybe it's with this whole offense. And he left some plays. At that first quarter,
he didn't play well.
He did not play well. The game was too big for him.
No, he missed 2 guys. He missed Travis Kelce, and I think Tyreek Hill early on a slant. They were wide open.
Yeah, if those are 14 points. Instead of 6 points, you get 14 points. They win the game last night, and maybe they can explode from there. But I love him. Right now, out of all the young quarterbacks in the league, I'm looking at him. I'm saying he'll be the best in 5-6 years. He'll be the best guy in the league. He
is definitely, you know what's cool about all the young quarterbacks? It's really a cool thing. Mahomes is the wizard. He's the gifted arm talent. Darnold is sort of the stoic, rock solid, he'd be, of all your 20-year-old friends, he'd be the one you give the keys to the car to.
Yeah.
He wouldn't drink.
Yeah.
He's kind of got that Brady grown-up in Tom we trust.
Yeah.
Baker's got a lot of personality and a lot of wiggle to his game. A little undersized.
Yeah.
And then Josh Rosen throws this stunningly beautiful football, a little borderline arrogant. And then Lamar Jackson, who we haven't seen as a starter, is like dynamic and electrifying.
Yeah.
And then Jared Goff is a little Montana.
Yeah.
Doesn't talk, tall, feathery. Like, they're all different.
Yeah.
And Mahomes, though, is the one that's like, oh, God, his arm is ridiculous.
Yeah. His arm is ridiculous, athletic. I mean, the way he can contort his body.
Isn't that weird?
And he does it, I think he feels more comfortable doing it that way. Sometimes it's like he's not even getting his feet set. Honestly, I never played the quarterback position, but you look at his mechanics when he gets outside of the pocket. And when he's in the pocket, there's nothing like Tom House, the quarterback guru, you know. They were talking about it last night, how Tom keeps his arm in tight and all that stuff. I mean, Mahomes is like playing shortstop, throwing people out at first base. It's so much fun to watch. Maybe that's why we're so excited to watch him play.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.